And welcome back. Welcome back on this set of the Majestic, welcoming more and more of our champions from this 2022 UTMB week. There's been a lot going on, and we're here with Tom Evans from Team Adidas Terex. Super pleased to have you. It's been a pretty exciting race. There's a lot of things we want to come back to. Voilà, on est de retour sur le plateau du Majestic. Merci d'être encore avec nous. Un interview de plus et pas des moindres avec Tom Evans du Team Adidas Terex. Et on va tout de suite rentrer dans le vif du sujet, qui a fini bien évidemment troisième de cette UTMB. Et on va voir un peu comment ça s'est passé parce qu'il y a eu beaucoup de rebondissements. So Tom, there was quite a fast start, and there were two pairs in the lead, Killian and Jim. And then we saw you guys come into Courmayeur together with Zach. So it looks as though, even though Killian and Jim left kind of in the same time frame, it looked as though you and Zach purposely left together. So what was the relationship at this point, and what was going through your mind, because you had a very specific plan for yourself?
Yeah, I think with me and Zach, it was very much just about working together, sort of thinking, right, we're going to do much better at night with each other than we are on our own. And I think it's just so much easier running with someone else. So we hadn't decided, we hadn't spoken before the race. I know Zach, I've raced with him a couple of times. We've run together a couple of times in races, and we're very similar sort of ability levels. And yeah, what we did was we sort of said to each other, probably just coming into Courmayeur, when we had just naturally started running with each other, look, let's work together and let's see what happens. And let's work with each other for as long as we can. And if one person really starts falling behind, then fine. But if not, let's go together and see what happens.
Voilà, donc il nous explique que c'était pas du tout prévu, qu'il connaît bien évidemment Zach Miller. Ils ont couru ensemble, ils ont à peu près le même niveau aussi, et ce qui a permis finalement de pouvoir évoluer tous les deux. C'est vrai que passer la nuit tout seul, c'est beaucoup plus difficile, ne serait-ce que mentalement, de l'assumer, alors que quand on est deux, eh bien, finalement c'est beaucoup plus facile et on dépense finalement aussi moins d'énergie. Un autre détail, c'est qu'effectivement, ils n'avaient aucun accord finalement, avant la course. Ça s'est juste fait comme ça, ils se sont retrouvés là, et donc ils ont dit ils vont faire la course ensemble, en sachant quand même que s'il y en avait un qui décrochait, c'était pas un problème. En revanche, s'ils étaient au même niveau, eh bien, ils allaient rester le plus longtemps possible, avec bien évidemment l'objectif de revenir sur le duo de tête, Killian et Jim Walmsley. So at some point, however, you had someone storm in from the back and pass you guys. It was Mathieu Blanchard. What happened at this point, and what was the thought process?
Yeah, I couldn't believe how fast Mathieu came past us. It was, I guess I was surprised that there was such a small group of us at the front anyway, just four of us. And I sort of described it, it was like a breakaway in the Tour de France. It was a good group who were all working hard. There was sort of no deadwood, I guess, as Bradley Wiggins would say. And so when Mathieu came past, I was surprised at which the speed he came past, and I sort of said to Zach, like, I think we're moving pretty well, but he's just flown past us. But yeah, it was very much right, let's not worry about it. The race, it's still so early on in the race that things will change, things will happen. So it was very much sort of, right, trust the process, and just run how you feel is the right speed and the right effort to run at, and see what happens. Don't play all your cards at the same time, and see what happens hours down the line.
Ouais, voilà, donc effectivement, il nous explique qu'au moment où Mathieu Blanchard les a rattrapés, là, ils étaient déjà un groupe de tête, les quatre coureurs, donc Jim Walmsley, Zach Miller, Killian et Tom Evans, qu'ils étaient ensemble. Et là, c'est revenu très très fort. Mathieu les dépasse, et ils se sont dit non. D'ailleurs, ils travaillaient ensemble. Ils disaient qu'il n'y avait aucun point mort. Tout le monde faisait sa part du travail pour faire avancer cette échappée finalement. Et Mathieu Blanchard qui recolle et qui arrive très très fort. Ils se sont dit non. En tout cas, Tom s'est dit non, c'est pas nécessaire de suivre, ça va trop vite pour l'instant. Il est encore trop tôt pour cramer un peu toutes ses cartouches. Donc on laisse faire, on laisse partir. De toute façon, l'objectif, ce sera encore une fois de gérer son effort par rapport à soi et de potentiellement revenir un peu plus tard. So at some point, not only you pull away from Zach, but you get to Valorcine, and that's what we were talking about earlier. That's your jam. That's the runnable kind of almost douche grade that you have to run, and this is where you have to shift a gear. You've been doing a lot of fast running and training. And can you please tell us a little bit about that and potentially the parallel with what happened in the previous editions?
Yeah, I think for me the dream would have been before the race. Had I ridden my perfect race, it would have been get to Valorcine with a chance of finishing on the podium. That would have just been the best case scenario. And once that happened in reality and you were there, and I think we've been given reports for the last sort of 5 hours of the race saying, oh, people look tired, or they're 15 minutes away, or they're only 5 minutes away. It was quite confusing. And yeah, when I got into Valorcine, I think I was 9 minutes behind Jim at that point, and I just owed it to myself. I'd already worked so hard for 18 and a half, 19 hours that absolutely give it everything for the last bit, because you're in with a chance here and you owe it to yourself. You've had, a really hard 12 months with major surgery. You've now given yourself a chance of finishing on the podium, which would be an absolute dream come true. You've got 2 hours left to make it count. Either you're going to do it or you're not. But if you don't try, then you're never going to know. So for me, it was the question was, how much do you want it? How much are you prepared to suffer? How much are you prepared to hurt in order to get on the podium and achieve that goal and that dream? And it's exactly the same thing that happened in 2018 at CCC. I think I was 7 minutes behind the leader in Valorcine, and you ask yourself the question, how much do you want it? And for me, it's do I think I'm physically the most talented athlete on the course? No. Do I think I'm prepared to suffer and to hurt for longer and just really bury myself as much as anyone, if not more? And I think sort of in the last 2 editions of CCC and then UTMB, for me, that answer is I'm prepared to suffer, and I'm prepared to give it absolutely everything to get the most out of myself. And yes, yesterday running through Chamonix was incredibly special, but it just hurt so much. Those last final 2 hours from Valorcine to the finish was the hardest that I have ever worked. But for me, just 100% worth it. And to be able to sort of, really close that chapter of the last 12 months of surgery, rehab, and then turning around from 12 months, 12 months ago I was on crutches, with drain coming out of my knee to drain out the inflammation after surgery. It's just, for me, it's just crazy. And I really hope it shows people that, right, actually, if you put your mind to things, you create the right team around you, then you're able to achieve your dreams and give it absolutely everything.
Thanks. So I'll translate all that. Hopefully, I won't forget anything. Donc voilà, la question à Tom c'était sur la partie de la dernière partie de course. Et il nous disait, si j'avais pu avoir mis sur papier un plan parfait, eh bien, ça aurait été effectivement de me retrouver à Valorcine dans une situation de pouvoir me retrouver sur le podium. Et c'est exactement ce qui s'est passé. Arrivé à Valorcine, il était, d'après ce qu'il me dit, 9 minutes derrière Jim, et s'est dit, et voilà, maintenant, c'est une partie qui lui correspond également. Il est capable de courir très, très, très vite. Et donc, il dit maintenant, en fait, c'est simple, c'est à quel point je désire monter sur ce podium, je désire réaliser ce rêve qui était l'objectif ultime, de pouvoir revenir. Il l'explique, et on reviendra là-dessus, qu'il s'est fait opérer, que ça a duré presque 12 mois sur béquille, à avoir un drain dans le genou pour réduire l'inflammation. Donc ça a été très très dur, et donc de revenir avec un niveau de forme, mais surtout un désir de performer et de se faire mal. Il était prêt vraiment à aller au bout de lui-même pour aller chercher ce podium, ce qu'il a accompli. Donc il disait ça a été assez incroyable d'arriver dans les rues de Chamonix et de réaliser son rêve. Et donc il espère du coup que potentiellement ça peut inspirer un certain nombre de gens de se dire qu'on peut passer d'être en béquille pendant 12 mois à revenir à un niveau et de faire troisième sur un UTMB. So yeah, I actually wanted to touch base on that injury part because it's I don't know, I wouldn't say, I don't like the word interesting, but it is a noticeable transition going from a long time injury, knee and ITB, to coming third at UTMB here. And this is third at Western States. This is the third at UTMB. With that momentum, how does 2023 would look like for you?
Yeah, I guess quite a lot of people have asked over the last 24 hours, which I think is quite brutal after you've just finished a race, sort of what's next, or says, will you come back to UTMB next year? Do you think you can win? And for me, I don't think it's not necessarily I know how to train to perform well in these races. It's just the time spent in the mountains and that sort of continuous training and that sort of, accumulation of training in the mountains. And do I think if I train really well for the next year, I'll be able to have a better performance? Well, maybe, but actually, I think in order to get the best performance, it will probably take a couple more years, in my opinion. So getting some more races under my belt, what they look like. I guess sort of for me, UTMB is a dream race, as is Western States, and I've sort of now finished on the podium at both of them, and I would definitely be back at both races, and I'd love next year to be back at Western States. Just need to sort of see how things pan out and whether you need to race in or you can hopefully not. We shall see. But for me, now I sort of feel like I've got the experience in a bit of everything. And I was told, last year, don't do UTMB this year because you're not going to be ready after knee surgery. And for pretty for 99.9% of people, that would be the case. But I think sort of hard work, determination, and is a winning recipe for success.
Oui, donc voilà, donc une question naturelle qui je pose à Tom, bien évidemment. Il a fait une troisième place là hier en finissant sur l'UTMB. Il a également fini troisième à la Western States. C'est deux grosses performances et donc j'essaie de comprendre un petit peu la continuité pour le reste et surtout les années à venir, étant donné que l'année dernière il était complètement, s'était fait opérer, était en béquille, donc il repartir un peu de zéro. Derrière, en un an, arriver à un niveau qui lui permet de faire troisième sur cette UTMB. Donc la question était comment va se passer la saison 2023 et est-ce qu'il va essayer d'utiliser un petit peu cette inertie et surtout de construire sur ce premier bloc de 12 mois pour essayer de faire mieux. Et il me répond, c'est quand même délicat, c'est encore très tôt, voilà, on vient de finir, donc c'est difficile de se projeter. On m'a déjà posé beaucoup la question. Il dit une chose est sûre, c'est que maintenant je sais comment m'entraîner pour arriver à de telles performances. Donc là-dessus, il suffit de construire sur ces bases. Il dit, c'est sûr, je veux refaire l'UTMB, je veux refaire la Western States et pour l'année prochaine, il semblerait que la Western States soit la priorité. Est-ce qu'il devra courir pour avoir un golden ticket ou pas? Bon, ça, ce sera encore à déterminer, mais en tout cas, c'est l'objectif. Et il conclut sur un point essentiel qui est est-ce que c'est physique? Et en fait, il dit non, il y a une énorme part de détermination mentale, à la fois dans l'entraînement, mais aussi pendant la course pour être capable d'aller chercher de tels résultats. Tom, thank you so much for making the time, for making the effort, coming with us and sharing these few words with us. Indeed, it is very early to be talking about next season, and so we'll definitely let you soak in that third place, that podium that you dreamt about, and then there's going to be the award ceremony this afternoon, so I'm sure it will be a great celebration with the whole team. And until we see you back again, whether this is going to be here in Chamonix or in Western States, we definitely wish you all the best, and thank you again for coming with us.
Thank you very much. I've had an amazing time.
Voilà, donc c'est la fin de cette interview avec Tom Evans qui fait 3e de l'UTMB 2022. On lui souhaite le meilleur. En tout cas, nous, on continue les interviews. On vous quitte pour une petite page de pub et on vous retrouve juste après pour continuer les interviews. Merci.